Your thoughts on this afternoon? A bit dramatic at the end.
Yeah, always nice to get a last-minute winner. Thought it was a real battle, real scrap throughout the game. I think we played some decent football up in parts, but they were very direct, long into corners, and the front man, the 9 for them, worked himself silly up front and chased everything down, and they were a threat on the break and with that long ball, and we stood up to that, and we got in a couple of times and it didn't just quite come off for us, and then just the last second there, and Moore gets under control from Cam, and Chris slots it away, and something about new Mills in there and last minute winners. There's obviously Scotty last year and obviously Chrissy this year, so yeah, really pleased.
But so I described it at half time as an arm wrestle.
Yeah, it was.
And both sides, you could tell in a lot of ways that both sides were losing the ball probably unnecessarily at times, and both sides perhaps not as happy with the start of the season that they could have been. And I think perhaps pushing a little bit too much.
Quite possibly, and sometimes we're a bit guilty of that, trying to score straight away. And I said to the boys, the last thing I said to them before they went out at the end of the game, at half time, was just be patient. And to be fair, I think we were a little bit more patient with our build-up second half and trying not to score every attack and come to fruition at the end. But yeah, I'm not displeased with our start really. You're always going to have a little bit of a hangover, I think, from the heights of the season we had, and I think there's an expectation on the lads that they've not had before, but there's certainly not an expectation from me and the rest of the management team, but maybe they've just felt a little bit under pressure as such, and they don't need to, and we've just stripped it back today and just said, look, take the next game as it comes, and this is the game that's in front of us. Forget anything else for the rest of the season, forget league position, forget anything like that. Just win this match, and fair play to the boys. They stuck to it today, and we've obviously come away with the result, so pleasing.
Now, due to holidays, we've had to shake the defence up again,
yeah.
And then you lose Ben after 20 minutes.
Yeah,
just really sorry for Ben because he had such problems with injuries last season.
Mm-hmm.
So to lose him so early.
Yeah.
But what is it about Charlie King? No matter where you seem to put him, he just seems to be totally at home.
Yeah, and I think Ben, we're just precautionary really. His hammy was tight, and you could tell that when he was on there he wasn't 100%, and I saw him stretch it after about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just thought, right, well, I'm gonna bring him off, because I thought if he pulls it, he's out for 6 weeks. If it's just tight and he can get seen by the physio, hopefully it's not too long. So I took him off, and I don't ever really single out players in the dressing room. I think I've probably only done it 3 or 4 times in the time that I've been the manager at Brocton, and I singled Charlie out today and for the rest of the lads because he was absolutely outstanding coming on at full-back. He's a fantastic football player, 17 years old, and he's at home and he's comfortable at this level, and I know he's got a really bright future and big career in the game ahead of him, and he's a real talent.
Well, that win will definitely helps after last Tuesday.
Yep.
And we're back to Siltmoor again on Tuesday.
Yep.
Promises to be a good, an interesting game against a side that were playing at Step 5 again last season in Market Drayton.
Yeah, pretty unknown commodity for us. We don't know much about them. I've obviously played against them myself when I was playing at Rangers and places like that. So we know they're a team coming down, and think from what I know about them, they're very hard working, and they'll be a real tough side. I mean, I don't know how they got on, but I think some of the results have been mixed, and they've been winning and then losing sometimes. But yeah, any game in this league's tough, and particularly against a young side, and hopefully we'll manage to come out on the right side, because we haven't had a result at Siltmoor yet. So something that's bugging me, and hopefully we can get it on Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
Cheers, guys.